name is Ali Bolden and this is my questionnaire data results for my main task music magazine for my A-level media foundation portfolio. Question 1 was what is your age? And we can see here that the most popular age is 14 to 18, then followed by 24. So obviously I know to aim my magazine at 14 to 18 year olds and maybe 24 plus, as these are more likely to read my magazine. Question 2 was what was your gender, and this was actually quite interesting because due to my questionnaire it was females, so obviously I'm going to make it slightly maybe more to females than males because this is who's reading it, but this could just be down to an anonymous results in the data. Only so many people answered it, but still I'm going to take it on board, make sure I have female artists showing in powerful ways or male artists as sex symbols and icons for them. Question 3, do you read any other music magazines? This is quite an important question because it'll be what I will make my magazine like or compare it to. And the most popular one was Kerrang! Someone subscribed to every issue of that. Someone regularly subscribed to Rock Sound and bought Rock Sound often. Two pretty kind of similar magazines, so at least I know I'm on the same wavelength with that. And the most popular voted ones again were Kerrang!, Q and Other, which obviously we don't know what that is, but at least I got magazine style here that all link into each other and will be easy to help me do my research and create my magazine. Question 4, my main reason for purchasing a magazine, very mixed results. It's not pretty clear, so I'll be sure to involve all of these into my magazine as they're all common anyway. I just wanted to see what people do actually enjoy from it. Question 5, the most someone would be willing to pay for a magazine was quite split between £2 and between 2 and 5. So I decided for £2.50, I thought that was fair, it was still cheap and people are willing to pay that much, so I thought that was a decent price for my magazine. Question 6, which of these would appeal to you most as a giveaway prize? And here we can see it is free subscriptions with 2.58. So obviously that's something I can incorporate into my magazine. I looked at free band merch if you subscribe, stuff like that, rather than just giving a free subscription away. Question 7, what article would you be most interested in reading? And we can see here from 4.39 it is concerts. And therefore I've done a splash page and I've done a gig guide on my front cover and contents showing the reader that there's going to be a lot of concerts, going to be a lot of live reviews and live pictures and images. Question 8, how often do you use these social media platforms? 1 being never, 5 being always. Very clearly YouTube is used a lot, and my double page spread is on an up and coming YouTube musician, which I thought fits in very well with my ideas for my magazine because this is what my audience obviously wants to see. Question 9, which format do you most listen to music on? And surprisingly it was Tidal, which obviously I could input that into my magazine or just online listening in general, as this was quite popular compared to either CD or vinyl, stuff like that. Top 3 clothes shops, so top clothes shop was New Look, second was M&S and third was Primark. Again, it depends on the person themselves. They may like these shops, they may dress different to how culture surrounds rock magazines, you never know. I'll be sure to look at these stores as they're obviously very popular, maybe advertise in there with these or give away subscriptions, stuff like that. Question 11, what are your top 3 hobbies? And these were reading, music, and at 3 there was 2 and they were drawing and sleeping. Obviously reading being number 1 works really well to my advantage for my magazine, which means obviously I like to read a lot, which means I can put a lot more content in, because you know that some people don't always want to read a lot, but obviously these people do. Second being listening to music, which also again works really well for my magazine, with it being music based to start with. And third one, drawing and sleep. It's kind of personal, so I don't know if I could use that to influence my magazine in any way, but the idea is still there. Question 12 about passions and subjects. Joint passion was for abuse, both child, domestic, animal abuse. This means that if I'm going to put advertisements or maybe posters or hotlines, like you get problem pages, I know what to aim it at and what people are obviously very passionate about or may want to hear news about that isn't just music. Question 13, why do you read music magazines? Again, this is a very mixed answered one. I know all these conventions need to be in my magazine, it's just a case of looking at which ones are the best and which ones are most suited to my audience. Question 14, who are your top 3 favourite bands? Number 1, surprisingly, was Coldplay, 2 was Green Day, and also at 2 was Panic at the Disco. Coldplay doesn't fit in my genre as much. I mean, it's still got that rock element to it, but not as heavy, but I incorporate lighter bands still into my magazine, as it's got to be for everyone, such as using bands like Don Broker and Andy Black, who are a lot lighter to listen to. Green Day and Panic at the Disco, much more into your Kerrang style pop punk rock genre. Definitely can work with that and put that in my magazine. 15. Who are your 3 least favourite bands? Number 1, One Direction. Number 2, Jedward, and number 3, there was that many different ones. There wasn't a correlation. So obviously I know not to do teen pop bands, as that's not at all what my audience want, or anything associated with things like X Factor, stuff like that. Question 16. How often do you go to music concerts and festivals? The highest one was occasionally. People do go, they might not live for it, but they like to go and see the bands, maybe when they're touring every now and again. This can again work to my advantage, live reviews, gigs, concerts, gig guides, putting out advertisements, but also maybe influence people to get out more and go and see more bands and get them enjoying music more. And lastly, question 17, what is your favourite movie soundtrack? I couldn't really do this because every single one was different, but I can understand what films people like, obviously what they go and watch, and what type of music they like, again, can help me work it into my magazine.